When it comes to organising your study time, you have a choice between taking something you are trying to learn and studying it in one long block of time, what we often call cramming, or you can take that same thing you were trying to learn and study it in multiple short sessions over a longer time span, something we call spaced practice or spaced repetition. And what much research shows is that spaced repetition is much more efficient at helping you form long-lasting memories. We seem to understand that spaced practice works for skills such as learning a musical instrument. If you had an upcoming piano performance, you would likely space your practice by doing a little bit every day over several weeks, rather than cramming it into the few days before the recital. Study is much the same. It's not a waste of time to start learning early. I'll talk about why. This strategy is based on a very old and well-established scientific finding, pioneered by a German psychologist called Ebbinghaus. In his 1885 book titled On Memory, he showed evidence for a principle called the forgetting curve, which has since been replicated many times. What he demonstrated is that on first learning something, if we put no conscious effort towards reviewing it in the days after, the information decays very quickly. As you can see here, on average, we lose around 80% of the information by day 7. However, the second time information is reviewed, the curve is not quite as steep. We take longer to forget, and so on, and so on. With each subsequent review, it takes even longer for us to forget that information. Say you have a test coming up in a week's time. You could set aside several hours on one day and keep studying until you feel really confident with the material. However, it still counts as that first exposure. Even if you studied the same content for 4 hours, a few days later, you're likely to have forgotten most of it. But if you take that same amount of study time and split it up into multiple short study sessions during the week, you'll have created much stronger and longer-lasting memories. So, start studying early in semester. You can do this by creating a spaced repetition study schedule. Each time you return to the same information, the intervals can be slightly longer. Have a play around with what works for you, but it should be just long enough that it feels tricky to remember what you learned before, but not so long you've completely forgotten it. The most important thing is that you keep returning to the same information multiple times over a period of days, weeks, or even months. Good luck. This video was brought to you by the Study Smarter team at UWA. To find out more, you can visit our website, studysmarter.uwa.edu.au, or subscribe to our YouTube channel, Study Smarter UWA.